Alrighty, guys, welcome back once again. It is stream time here at the Leather Pocket in Calgary. My name is Grant. I'm sitting beside myself. I will be your host for this one, and it is going to be a great match. We have the Battle of the Bens, Ben Francis, Ben DeWolf, one of the contributors, and of course the general manager and Q Sports Live own Mr. Ben Francis, ready to do battle. They're just practicing up a little bit. They may be waiting for me to give them the go-ahead. So let me just pop off here real quick and just let them know that they are good to go. I'll be right back here with you. Alrighty, back with you. They are now aware it is go time. They are just going to flip for the break. And once again, guys, if you're just tuning in, help us out. Hit that share button. Let's get it going again. And for those just tuning in, it is the Beat the Heat event here at the Leather Pocket in Calgary. On the A side, it is 9-ball on the 9 foots, race to 9. It's all about the 9s. On the A side, if you go to the 1 loss, or the B side, it's all about the 7 foots. 8-ball on the 7 foot, and it is a race to 7. Mr. Wilson, our pin master, getting the job done. Let me pin that right away. If you're tuned in on Facebook, that is now pinned. That is the link to the brackets. Dave says, perfect. Be good to see him play again. Any chance he'll play in the Worlds Tournament again? There is a chance. I would suspect you'll probably see Ben in BCA, in the pro event, come, I think it's in March. So Mr. DeWolf, one of the contributing factors here for this event. I'll just put his up right away real quick. That is his company, DCL Labor and Contracting. He is one of the contributors of the prize fund here at the Leather Pocket. And I think you're going to see Ben in pretty good stroke being the general manager of the Leather Pocket. He's definitely put in some time on the table. Nice little force over on the 2-ball, setting himself good on the 3. Down 2 rails. Uh-oh, needs it to climb. Got a little fortunate on that 7. I think he was trying to go underneath off that right rail and back out again. But it'll work. Nice use of inside spin there again. Sets himself on the 5-ball rather nicely. And just so y'all know, we are going to be live again next weekend. I believe it's on Sunday here in Calgary. A fairly big match. It will be Ben Francis and Eric Vargas taking on Big Red himself, Eric Horlifson, and DJ McGinley, making the trip from Eastern Canada all the way across to Calgary. And they will be competing for a small amount of money, maybe somewhere in the neck of the woods of about $40,000 in the middle. I will be here for that and bring you all the entertainment with that match. Going to be a fun time. Ben making quick work of the opening rack here. Hold his nerves on this 8 ball. Nice little touch draw here for the 9 ball. Forces that angle again, sitting perfect on the 9 ball to take 1-0 lead. Ben Francis now leading over Ben DeWolf. Sorry, I put that on the wrong Ben. And as I mentioned, a couple of contributors, one, of course, DCL Construction, the other being Mr. John Ditto. Of course, he is with Remax, one of the realty professionals with Remax Realty. Both contributors to the prize fund here at the Leather Pocket for the Beat the Heat event. Do they allow spectators? Indeed. The more spectators that come on down for that, I think it will add a lot of good ambience to the room. I know the players aren't going to mind. Am I going to, are you taking the east or west, says Len. Being that Ben is a Q Sports Live guy, I've got to go with my boy. I got to go with both Ben and Eric. That being said, they have some competition in Mr. Big Red himself, well-known player, professional caliber, teacher. Like he's got everything going on, Mr. Big Red does. And of course, DJ McGinley, as you'll remember back through just after COVID, it was going to be DJ McGinley and Ben Francis going to represent Canada. So they do have some competition. Yeah, for the money match, by all means. The more spectators, the better. But that being said, I still have to, still got to go with the boys. I got to go with the hometown crowd. That being said, I will keep the commentary as unbiased as what I possibly can. I just want to see good pool. At the end of the day, my hope and desire is that Ben and Eric come out victorious. But for entertainment value, I don't think you'll find a better match that Sunday. And looking like Ben going to kind of keep up pace here. Make short work of rack number 2 as well. Yeah, most certainly. That could definitely play a factor. But I think with the tutelage of Big Red and Eric Horlifson, I think that will be a distant memory for Mr. McGinley. Ben Francis making quick work, running through these racks. Now a 2-0 lead, Ben over Ben. And as I said and showed in the first couple of streams, I'll do the same here. A little bit of housekeeping. It is Jam Up Apparel. It is the Predator Strike jersey design, now available on t-shirts. So a little bit less out of the pocketbook. Instead of having to buy a jersey with that design, it is now available on a t-shirt. It is up on the website, jamupapparel.com, sitting at $29.95. So if you're looking to get one of those, head on over. They are ready to go. And so is Mr. DeWolf, looking to get himself on the board after Ben making a fairly quick run out of the first couple of racks. Little bit of a miss, the swing and a miss. Ben, Mr. Francis says, how about you just try that again? DeWolf was trying to come out of his shoes on that break. Where's that 9 ball heading? Has Ben ever gone to Derby or other big U.S. events? I'm trying to think whether he's. I know he's gone to like Four Bears down in North Dakota. Did really well there. Beat a couple of top end players, but really hasn't had the opportunity to kind of travel a whole lot. When Ben's game started to get to the point where he developed enough to be able to compete in that. Of course, COVID hit and the pandemic hit and put a monkey wrench into everybody's plans. And of course, now with being the general manager at Leather Pocket, having to kind of step into those shoes for the last 6 or 7 months, kind of been a busy time for him. But I think he's done really well here. And I think he's at the point now where if he needed some time off, he could definitely take it. And especially with pool, I think the establishment would be very supportive of that. So I think next year you'll probably see him in a couple of events. Again, Ben's that type. He's extremely responsible. So pool always comes second for what it is that he's got going on in life. But it's a really important thing for him. So yeah, I think you'll see him in a few events down there. Yeah, very well could be. I don't know. I don't know that I would say that that Eric carries DJ. DJ is a good player in and of his own right and his own skills and so on and so forth. Would I say he's at the same caliber level as Eric? Probably not. But he can certainly hold his own. And you know what? He's willing to put himself in the grease and gain that experience. And you can't put a price tag on that. That's experience that's just going to do nothing but good things for DJ in the future. A little bit short of pace with that shot there from Ben, but might be able to slide over and just use the 7 ball to stop the cue ball. If the 4 indeed passes the 5, kind of tough to tell from this angle, might be able to sneak it in there. If not, he's actually on the right side to take that combination. The 4-5 combo almost looks dead wired, straight into the 4. I think he's got the right angle there to pocket the 5 into the bottom left, send the 4 ball over to that bottom right hand side of the table. Yeah, had to squeeze, wanted the connection on 7. Yeah, Corey, he took that over about 6, maybe 7 months ago now, and he's done really well. He gives all the credit in the world to Jeff for putting in all of the systems and tracking systems and everything that Jeff had put in place, and it made it a fairly easy transition for Ben to kind of come over and take over, learn those systems, and just keep things running smoothly. But certainly an ambassador of the game without question. Great jump shot. Gonna end up perfect on the 6 ball to the same pocket. Really not a lot to do here. He might connect off that right-hand side rail after pocketing the 6 into the bottom left and hold for the 7 into the left-hand side pocket. Yeah, he's certainly no stranger to the short stick. Oh, he even got away with it, got on top. That takes some cue ball control. I couldn't have done that. Nice little draw here, perfect. Maybe a touch on the high side, but no problem. A little bit of help with some spin will keep that in check. And Ben to take a 3-0 lead over Ben. Just like that, Mr. Francis getting the job done. And once again, if you are just tuning in, help us out, hit that share button. It is the Battle of the Bens here at the Leather Pocket for the Beat the Heat tournament. Running all day tomorrow, today and tomorrow. We will bring you all the action and as much as we possibly can throughout today and tomorrow. And we're so close, y'all. We're so close. 49,000 plus on Facebook. And it's been a crawl to get over that 50,000. So if you haven't done so yet, head on over to Facebook if you're tuned in on YouTube. If you're already on Facebook, very simple to do. Hit that subscribe, like, follow. We would appreciate it. How many entries and what is the win worth? You know what? I'm not sure. They were still working that out as I got the stream set up, but I will definitely find out for you on the next stream. I'll have that information. What is Ben's rating? Yeah, he's up there, 740-ish, like Richard said. And probably playing maybe a touch over that. I know that he's put in a lot of practice time on the tables, given that he's got that big match coming up on Sunday next week. And we will obviously be live for that. I'll be tickled pink to be the commentator and bring you as much of the action as I possibly can and keep you entertained all at the same time. Ben the Wolf, look at this safety. Sitting Mr. Francis behind the 3. However, Ben has got that short stick and he is deadly with it. Who's he playing in the big match next weekend? It's kind of a combo. It is Ben Francis and Eric Vargas. They are Scotch double teaming against DJ McGinley and Eric Horlifson. Look out, 9-ball. And as I said, Ben Francis deadly with that jump stick. Slicing in that 2-ball. Not sure if he gets a look at the 3-ball. Looks like he's having a kick, picking the spot. And again, that is 40,000 in the middle. That'll be happening live here at Leather Pocket Sunday next week. And of course, we will be live for it. Nice little kick. Gets a little bit of a jelly rub. Came up on the wrong side. However, the 3-ball now hanging out over the 6. Can't tell if it's quite wired up. 3-6 down into that bottom left-hand corner. If not, certainly makes it a little bit more difficult on Mr. DeWolf. And I've had my my head down in the computer for months on end at this point. Ever since I got finished up with VNEA Vegas and Jam Up, my head has been buried into my computer, with the exception to roughly 4 weeks where I had my appendix rupture. That really couldn't do anything through that, but ever since it's been buried in my computer. So I can't give you all the details. I simply know it's coming up. It's 40,000 in the middle or 10,000 ahead. DJ McGinley and Big Red, Mr. Eric Horlifson himself, taking on Ben Francis and Eric Vargas. Yeah, he's really precise with that jump cue. Yeah, hard to tell sometimes with the angles that we get to see. I have to commentate the match exactly how you guys see the table. We're not positioned anywhere near it anymore. We have our own broadcast booth now here at the Leather Pocket, and we are nowhere near where these guys are playing, so I get to commentate based on the exact same things that you guys get to see. And Mr. DeWolf handing Ben a ball in hand with 4 balls left. Nothing to do here. Straight through the 7 ball. Does not want to stick close to that side rail, however. What time would the match start? I think it's starting around noon. But again, I'll get all that information for you on the next stream. So I'll find out what payouts are in this this event, and then I'll get some more information on that match coming up next weekend. Once again, Ben extending out the lead, now 4-0 leading over Ben DeWolf. And once again, I'll ask everybody, it's been a minute, so I keep trying to remember and get the rust out. Where is everybody tuning in from? Your couch and living room does not count. And it looks like we're going to be joined again, once again, by Miss Stephanie Toy. How are you, Steph?
Hello, everybody.
It's the Battle of the Bens.
It is the Battle of the Bens. I was just looking at that.
Ooh. Cue ball almost got kicked in by that 2 ball. Steve tuning in, Victoria, BC. Welcome to it, Steve, on Facebook. And he's the only one with the volume on. Ben has just made really quick work of these racks. You can tell
would imagine
he's been practicing for that match that he's got coming up next week.
Putting in lots of time.
Dundas, Ontario for Len. Welcome to it. Winnipeg is watching for Mel. We appreciate it. Tuning in from my couch and living room. I appreciate that, Richard. Make sure you let the dog out. Williston, North Dakota, USA. Arnie's tuning in on YouTube. We appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know that it affects Ben one way or the other. I think he prefers to wear his hat, but if he has to take it off, I don't know that it's a big effect on him.
Ooh, that was close.
That was a little risky. Brantford, Ontario, tuning in. How are you, Ryan? A little bit overhit. He's going to end off in the Never Never Land. I don't even know that he can. I don't think he can back cut this in either way. I think we may see the first safety out of Ben. I don't know that he can back cut that. Charleston, South Carolina, tuning in. How are you, John? Joining us on YouTube.
It's going to be a thin cut here.
Ebb and Flow First Nations. Welcome to it, Junior Desjardins. Appreciate everybody tuning in. If you haven't done so yet, make sure you help us out. Hit that share button. on the bottom left-hand side of your screen. If you're tuned in on Facebook, give it a little bit of love for us. Get some more viewers in. The more, the better. If you're tuned in on YouTube, make sure you like the stream. That helps push us up the list. And of course, you can always copy and share out the stream link. Mr. DeWolf finding the pocket with the wrong ball.
Saw that.
Ball in hand, 2 balls left. Ben Francis to lead 5. Nothing. Richard Daigle says, happy birthday, Steph.
Thanks, Richard. I was just saying to somebody outside that once you pass 30, it's just another day.
Are you
I have unbirthdays now.
Yeah, are you past 30?
I am past 30,
See how I'm trying to get some points there?
fortunately. I like it.
Beating himself up indeed. I gotta agree. Arnie says, happy birthday, young lady.
Thank you very much, Arnie.
So in the booth, we have a couple of office chairs and 1 stool, and the stool is high enough because the table in which our computer and tablets and everything sit is fairly high. And Steph, being vertically challenged and sitting in an office chair, can't really see all the comments. So that is why I read them out to her. Peter says, happy birthday, Stephanie Toy.
Thanks, Peter. Good day so far. Had a huge dim sum brunch this morning.
Ooh, brunch.
Feeling
yummy.
a little lethargic now. Ate way too much. Waiting for this coffee to kick in.
Arnie says, over 70 maybe. Oh, not you, me. Oops.
70's only like 21 in Celsius.
Right?
Let's just go with that.
I like the way you think. All right, does Ben DeWolf have a piece of this 2 ball?
I think he does.
Needed some help from that 8 ball.
A little bit more heat to end up behind the 4.
Yeah, one or the other, right? A little softer, a little harder. Wouldn't have hurt anything. Good afternoon to you as well, Cliff. Cliff also wishing you a happy birthday, Steph.
Thanks, Cliff.
Arnie says, okay, I'll take it. Yeah, I kind of like that. That puts me back in my 30s. Look outside pocket, as
No
my
problem.
friend Mark White would say. Where's the cue ball going?
Where is the cue ball going?
He's got his own line coming out with Jam Up. That'll be released, I believe, next week. Oof. That 5 ball kind of rubbed a little bit of that side of that pocket. Sean Balachowski says, happy birthday, Steph.
Thanks, Sean.
You know, maybe I should let you sit up here and I'll sit down there. Mr. Francis with deposit of the 9 ball to take a 6-0 lead over Mr. DeWolf.
He is a monster.
He is. Yeah, keeps leaving himself open. And against Ben Francis, he might as well go for a shot and a beer and wait to rack him.
Ben is a beast on the table. He gets a lot of practice time in.
He sure does. And you know, it's crazy to think that Ben is making this 9-foot table look like a 7-foot table.
He makes it look pretty easy.
He sure does. And as he should, right? He puts in a lot of time, a lot of work, a lot of practice.
His Fargo is definitely reflective of the skill.
I would agree. 740, 7 something. 7, in and around the 740 mark. Oh, I said it. Now Steph's got to check it.
I'm going to check it.
I think it was a 742 the last I checked it. He is absolutely on fire indeed.
744.
744, gone up a couple of points.
And climbing, he's been putting in a lot of time on the tables lately, and he hasn't really been playing many tournaments, so
yeah,
I would imagine that'll climb as soon as he hits the first tournament this year.
Yes, they do play a lot of valleys or valley tables in Alberta. I will say we play a lot of 7-foots. It's more on the diamond tables than valley, but certainly a lot of 7-foot play.
We're lucky. We're fortunate here in Calgary. We actually have two halls that have diamond tables.
Yeah.
Outside of Calgary, there's not many other tables other than valleys. Edmonton is, I think they just got their first hall with like 4 or 8 valleys or 4 or 8 diamonds, but that's the first.
Mm-hmm. Well, Red Deer has, they have a big pool hall with quite a few diamonds.
They do. But definitely not the norm in a lot of pool halls or bars. Mm-hmm. Bars definitely. Bars will have the valleys.
Ironically, I think Olds, Alberta has a spot with 4 Predator tables.
Brooks.
Or Brooks, that's right.
Oh, Ben just overcut that one ball slightly.
Mm-hmm. Like the 7-footers they had at CCS Niagara, the Predators, yes. I actually have one of those in my basement.
Yeah, I think that that's the thing now. All the CCS events will be Predator tables.
Yep.
They are nice, for sure.
They are. I think there's some development still to come, because I know that I know the man behind the company, right, with Karim, and if there is any improvement to be made to that table, he will make it, and he's always happy but never satisfied. So, but the table plays, in my opinion, phenomenally well.
My favorite thing about those tables is how quiet they are.
Mm-hmm. Those tables were fun. For sure they were, Len. And I think they play different, right? It's not that I think one plays better than the other. They just play different. I liken it to the same thing when diamonds first came out and we were all acclimated to valley tables, and we got onto these diamond tables and the pockets were so tight and the rails were shortening, and all of those, that same acclimation. It's the same thing going to a Predator table. But that doesn't take away from the validity of it being a good table. All right, Mr. DeWolf. Let's go. Oh yeah, chat. Medicine Hat definitely has some diamond tables. Nice shot there from Mr. DeWolf. Needs some luck here on this too. Oh, look at that. What a good shot. What a good shot from downtown.
That was a great shot.
Bracket on challenge or on digital? It is on challenge, Rob. Once you go to challenge, it's under beat the heat. Did BCA go to Predator tables? They did indeed.
The corners are cut a little different, Richard, and that is by design.
Yes.
I don't know if you've had a chance to hit on one yet, but normally, like on a diamond, where that 6 ball is hanging, if there was a little bit more speed there, rather than it hanging, it would spit it right back out.
Yeah.
And that is definitely by design.
Oh, look at this.
Oh my God.
Wow.
That was sick.
Wow. And does he have the 4, 5, 6 wired up? Might not be wired, but yeah, he's looking to back cut. But I would suspect that that 6 will be deposited here. I don't think Ben will have really any issues with this. Yeah, as I suspected.
What a show off.
Right, now does the 9-7 back cut on the combo. It's an interesting shot. Because the 4 won't pass the 5 ball, I don't think. The pie in the face was were the most fun. Yeah, I agree. See? Didn't I say?
He just makes it work.
Yeah, look out 9 ball. For somebody of Ben's vertical challenge state, that 9 ball is huge. Tree-topped for sure. Ball having to come around and stick its nose in the game, and it's going to do it again.
Oh,
I think
he might get it.
That's close.
He's good.
Yeah, he's down into that pretty
fast.
quick. Yeah. Making it work. And I agree, Dave. I didn't get to finish my thought there, but yeah, the pie in the face was a ton of fun. They're always fun. Wow. How do you navigate yourself through that rack? Okay, 2 triple combos in that rack.
Lucky.
2 back cut triple combos, I might add. Who is this Ben Francis guy? He's pretty okay at the game, huh? Yeah,
he's all right.
He does okay. Looks like they're going to take a quick little break. So once again, guys, if you're just tuning in, this is live at the Leather Pocket in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. It is the Knuckleheads doing battle. I'm one of them. My battle is knocking the rust off of not commentating for what seems like forever. But certainly glad to be back. Glad you guys are joining us. Appreciate the faith that you guys have in us to keep you entertained on a Saturday, especially on a day when the weather is beautiful outside. So we appreciate you tuning in. If you haven't done so already, hit that share button. Grab yourself a popcorn, a little sody pop, and we'll keep you entertained.
I think there's another event coming up next weekend, right? That is the big one.
Yeah, that kind of mentioned that already. That is a 40,000 in the middle matchup between who you're watching here, Mr. Ben Francis and Eric Vargas. They are taking on DJ McGinley and Big Red himself, Eric Horlifson. And we will be live next weekend. That'll be on Sunday. And we'll bring you all the action. Will be an extremely, extremely good match.
And then I believe at the end of August for September long weekend, there is a First Nations event that we'll be streaming.
Yep. Yeah, there's a few things in the works. Certainly will be a little more active throughout the last half of this year than what we were the first half of the year. And if all stars and moons and everything lines up, we'll be live quite a bit next year. And then depending on some of the other things that I'm working on developing out, it will kind of tie everything into a nice little bow. Look at this. Nice little back cut on the 1 ball, crash into the 3. Might send it just up table so that the 3 ball can be cut into that right-hand side pocket.
I wonder if Ben is using the new template racks. I think that is. Those are the new Matchroom template racks, I think.
I think so too. Yeah. Wow, I can tell that we haven't done this in a hot minute. The earphones are making my ears hurt. That does not happen to me. Look at this shot. Look at the plan on that, eh? Played that carom to perfection. Cue ball off the 3 ball all the way downtown, taking out the 6 ball, setting himself on the 3. It's like he's done this once or twice. Uh-oh, 9's coming into play here, I think.
No, I think he's good.
Oh, he's rolled it perfect.
Only perfect.
Yeah, perfect works, I suppose.
Nice little forward stroke. Overspun it even.
Yeah, I think he's a little deeper than where he wanted to be.
Almost hit it too good.
Yeah, that brings in that left-hand side pocket as well as the bottom left-hand corner. But I guess when you're this good, they call you Ben Francis.
It's true.
Nice little punch, just like so, to put himself on the hill with the deposit of the 9 ball, Mr. Ben Francis. Hard not to like it, hard not to be entertained. And it's so crazy that he just makes it look, yeah, okay, no problem, just do this, book.
Yeah, he barely has to think about it. Come on, crowd.
Right?
Let's get into it.
I love it. That was awesome. And of course, that is true to the character of Mr. DeWolf. Knew he was in tough against Mr. Francis. But again, playing it up for the crowd. Love it. It's one thing I do like about, knowing Ben DeWolf for as long as what I have. He does not take himself too seriously. He just has fun with it. Win, lose, or draw. And he's got just a great attitude about it.
One of the biggest supporters of the game, too.
100% agree. All right, Ben DeWolf, show us a little something. Makes a ball on the break. Would be nice if that 1-9 would wire up for him once. Yeah, I think he knew he was in tough against Ben, as most would be. There's certainly a few players in the vicinity of Calgary that would give Ben a good run for his money for sure. Those would be the likes of even some players up in Edmonton. I won't disclude Edmonton, but for the immediate players here in Calgary, you're talking Eric Vargas would give him a run. Depending on table size, you've got Russ Whittle, you've got Joe Spence, you've got Stephen Holem, Johnny Triple P at times. And the list goes just on and on and on and on and on. But again, hard to not be entertained by this young man.
We're privileged to have a lot of great players in Alberta, and I think it just brings everybody else up because you just want so badly to kill them one day.
Well, I mean, look at it. I mean, this is like shooting fish in a barrel. This is duck, 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 and match over.
But it does make you itchy.
Oh, of course it does.
It makes you itchy to get practicing so that one day you can take one of these monsters down.
Oh, Stephen Holem for sure. I mean, you can never count out Stephen Holem, Stan Taranjo,
Yeah.
Brady Golan, right? I mean,
Lots
the
of
list
BC
goes
players
on,
too,
right?
yeah.
Yeah,
Just very fortunate to have such a high caliber of players here.
I agree. Well, the first goose egg that we've seen today, handed out by, of course, Mr. Francis, taking it 9-0 over Ben DeWolf. But again, I give all the props in the world to Ben for his attitude and the way he handles himself. Just a model character. So with that being said, we are going to shut down once again. We'll be back with another match locked, loaded, and ready to rock and roll for you. Don't go far. If you haven't done so, make sure you go onto our Facebook page, get onto that like button. If you are on YouTube, also go and subscribe. With that being said, on behalf of myself, Stephanie Toy, and the rest of the Q Sports Live team, we appreciate you tuning in, guys. Don't go far. We'll be back in a few.